And we are good to go. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Pixel Chatter number 49. How's everyone doing? Okay, let me just fix a couple of things here. I can see straight away. Audio is a bit low. Oh, dear. That's okay. We can... Hello, hello. Hey, there we go. That was weird. That was weird indeed. Now, let's see. You should have some audio. Let me just double check. Okay, have you got audio? Hopefully you've got audio. Let's see how we go. Have you got audio now? Hopefully you've got audio. You should have audio. Oh, boy, the joys. Let me just check everything here. One's fine. Audio is back. Yeah, I got caught out there. That was my mistake. Apologies, because I'm just checking everything. Oh, okay, we need to fix that. It's hard to explain, but what's going on is with the testing that Apple's doing with me is we are now on a completely fresh installation. So I had to delete everything on my iMac, including all third-party apps, and just put on the live streaming software and Lightroom and a browser so I could run a live video, which means that I didn't have everything. It's amazing how much stuff you set up that you forget that you've set up. And when it comes to, starting from scratch again, it always takes a bit of time. G'day, hopefully everyone's well. Pixel Chatter number 49. So today is a big test, isn't it? To see how we go with without crashing would be good. Would be fantastic. Let me just have a look at the chat box and see what's going on. And we looks like the stream is good. We're streaming at 1080p. You've got audio. Hopefully the audio is good. I'll just double check that. Looks like it's all good. Sound output is good. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Everything's looking good. So let me know on your end if it sounds good, looks good, and then I've got everything right. Let's go through the chat box. There's a lot of people here telling me there's no audio. Yep, we got there in the end. So g'day, Sam Allen, Rick, Brian, Chance, Aussie, Paul, g'day, Tim, Dave from up north. Who else have we got there? Izzy, Dennis, Big Oz, g'day Chris, Ben Wig, good morning. Gianni, how you going, buddy? Greg, that's Photographia Australis. Sam, I hit the mute button. Yeah, I wish that's what I did. I actually had the wrong audio source selected, and then I selected this, and it didn't like it. So yeah, anyway, I think it's all good now. Then there's no audio. Time to make another coffee. So actually, I've got mine going on here in the special Scott March Scott Marsh Pixel Chatter Cup. Thanks, Scott. Always grateful. I reckon I've had at least, 50 cups of coffee out of that now. Tim, Dennis, internet crash. Well, hopefully you can get your internet up. Jim McDowell, Grumpy Photographer. G'day, Grumpy from Scotland. Susan, Ken. Awesome. Looks good. Audio good. Thank you, gang. All right, let's get stuck into it. So, where do we start? Let's start with saying that today's show is brought to you by our amazing, very important photographers. They're the VIPs of the world. And to become a VIP photographer, you can go to patreon.com/on3legs. It's down in the description. A lot of the Patreons are in the chat box. So I want you to say a big thank you to all the VIPs that contribute on a monthly basis to make this show possible. And you'll start to see some new stuff happening. I have just engaged some help to help me with making sure our content's getting out there on a regular basis on all of our channels. And that way, hopefully, you get more value. And we've reached a point with the monthly amounts in the Patreon that I can start to contribute to doing that. It won't completely cover her costs, but it will certainly contribute. So we're looking for more support. The more support we get, the more we build the channel and away we go. So if you want to become a VIP, I'm very grateful. Head to patreon.com/on3legs. Today is the last day on our normal standard time. And I tell you this because next week we will be broadcasting at 8:30 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Daylight Savings Time. And so that what we do is we put our clocks forward an hour, which will mean that we'll be an hour early. Oh my gosh. Hopefully it's back up and running. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh dear, that was like a marathon episode. I think I need a scotch, not a coffee. Oh dear. Who knows what happens? Yeah, I'm back. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Oh dear. Let's see how we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So you should have audio and you should have sound. You should have me. One of the best YouTube moments of 2018. Thanks, Si. Oh dear. Dear, dear, dear. Where did I get to? Crikey. I've got to remember not to look at that camera now. Look at this one up here. All right, so there we go. There's a interesting time for you. So the first 20 minutes of the show has just been troubleshooting. I'm here now, am I? That is just incredible. Incredible. So, yeah. I think the thing is I'm going to have to... I don't know what I'm going to do. So, at least this way it's helping Apple. Because Apple's been blaming third-party apps and third-party hardware. All of that has been unplugged. All the third-party apps have been removed. So, now... Now, I don't know what they're going to do. It's got to be my computer. Alrighty. Anyway, it looks like we're back on deck. Let's see how this goes. If it crashes on this camera, then because this is the only other third-party piece of gear I'm using, is this. This is my normal webcam. I don't know if you can see that. And they suggested I didn't use it, but I said, well, how can it be that it's just a webcam? So I just, unplug it now. It's unplugged, and we're using this one up here, which, looks down on me. So you're all looking down on me. Don't mention clocks. Anyway, yeah, so I was talking about daylight savings. So I've got my notes here. I was talking about daylight savings because next Saturday, daylight savings comes in. And what that means is that next week for the show, it's going to be an hour earlier than it normally is if you don't have daylight savings or if nothing changes in your neck of the woods. So just to make sure you get a heads up, because last year when that happened, it confused a few people. So our clocks go forward 1 hour. That means my 8:30 a.m. is going to happen an hour earlier than it did this week. So you can then make sure that it's all good. Slight buffering issues. Yeah, that's just my internet connection now. I can see that the internet connection is struggling just a little bit. Hopefully it catches up. The stream itself has been having all sorts of problems. So what do we do? What do we do? Not much we can do about it, except just enjoy. Unless you live in the NT, what? What happens in the NT? Nothing. Do they have daylight savings? I don't think, because Queensland doesn't have it either, do they? I think they don't want their curtains to fade, so they don't do it. Landscape photographers, yeah. Lucky it's not 4 a.m. All right. Has the coffee gone? Is everything working okay? That's the main thing. All right, I think it is. Let's jump straight in and see if we can get through this show without it crashing again. Because like I said, they were both monumental crashes. But I better write a note here. I'm just writing a note so I can tell the Apple people what happened. Crashed and it restarted. All right, at 8:45. Okay, so this week, for something different, we have got a shot kit that I found. I can't remember if I've done this one or not. So because of all this, when this stuff goes wrong, I'm looking at the wrong camera. Let me get rid of that so I don't look at that. When this stuff goes wrong, it distracts me from keeping on track. and sometimes I forget. I have a system for marking things when I've done an image critique or a shot kit. I'm just going to put this chair up a bit so I'm not too low. Oh. Hopefully you can see me a bit better. All right, there we go. And when stuff goes wrong like that, it's really hard for me to... sometimes I get distracted trying to get things back live again, and I forget to mark that I've done something. So if I've done this shot kit before, let me know. I don't think I have. And this is Rob Roy's kit. Here we go. So Rob Roy has got a marvellous kit here. Man after my own heart, having the Nikon D850. The bag that he's got there's a Mindshift 26 litre bag. He said, I love this bag, very comfortable on the back. And you know what, it's so interesting because that's the thing I love about my f-stop Edged bag is it's the most comfortable bag I've ever worn. And I mean, everybody's got a different shape, so it doesn't mean it's going to be comfortable on you, but you need to find a bag that's comfortable. And I always suggest when you go into the camera store to look at them, take your gear and put it in it and then wear it, because sometimes it'll be comfortable when it's empty, but put some gear in it, weigh it down, and it becomes uncomfortable. So give that a good going over when you go in to try them on. 3 different spots to store tripods, blah, 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 blah. Let's have a look here. Tripod is a Pro Media Gear TR344L, 71 inches max height, ultra sturdy carbon fibre. Could stand up against a tornado. I've heard good things about them, the Pro Media Gear. As you can see, similar looking to a Really Right Stuff or a Getso type look. So yeah, nice bit of kit. Very nice bit of kit. BH55 ball head. Well, that's a Really Right Stuff ball head. You're never going to get any argument out of me about that because I'm a great fan of that. Nissi 100mm holder kit with the circular polarizer included. 3 stopper and 10 stopper. He's got the Nikon D850 as we said, but he also still has his D500. He was going to sell it, but still on the fence. I always keep my last camera as a backup, so because you just never know. I have once had an accident where I dropped my D700, and I was grateful that I still had my D300 at the time because I had something to still shoot with whilst Nikon repaired my other one. It always takes a bit of time. That's just the reality of getting things repaired. Nikon 16-35 f4, 24-85, 60mm macro, 70-300, and the nifty 50. So a really good selection of lenses there. Wireless remote that he doesn't leave home without, which is the RFN4S, I'd say, the one that I use. And if you haven't seen that, go and check out my video. Pelican case for his extra cards. The TTL flash. So one thing that I don't ever use is a flash anymore, not since I've done a wedding. Various batteries and first aid kit just in case, along with a flashlight and microfiber cloths. So there you go. So he says this is an updated shot kit from when I sent it in a while ago. Wholeheartedly agree with you that it's worth upgrading your foundation, since those are the things you will like to hold on to for much longer than the equipment itself. So I invested in a good tripod and ball head along with a filter system. Yeah, and I think that's it is a good tip, and something that I prescribe to is when, think about the things like that you're going to be keeping for a long time and invest in those. So lenses, tripods, filters, example, those things can be used on and on and on and on forever and a day. So always good to have those things with you. So thanks for sending that in, Rob. If you want to share your shot kit on the show, because hopefully we're going to have episode 50 next week, because here's the exciting thing is Pixel Chatter turns 50 next week. Can you believe that? Even with all of these crashes, I have made it episode 50, and I'm really, a lot of people I've had in the beginning, I mean, I still get these comments, right? Every now and then I get comments from people that I think watch the channel, love the vlogs and stuff, but hate the live stream, and they think the live stream is a cop-out. Like, it's just such an easy thing to do, so everyone does the live streams because it's easier content to make. It's not true. Creating a live stream with a show with regular content, and it takes just as long to prepare for the show as it takes to do the show. And then, as you can see, all the issues that we've had, and then the participation. You got to. There's a fair bit that goes into creating a live show, and so to get to episode 50, to me, I mean that's a pretty phenomenal effort. It means we've been going for over a year, and because we haven't live streamed every single week, but to have 50 episodes. So next week is our 50th party. and we'll have a bit of fun. So make sure you turn up for the 50th party, and we'll yeah, easy, just easy to do live streaming, especially when the computer doesn't want to cooperate. But maybe it is that Logitech camera. I don't know, because things are all of a sudden going smoothly. But anyway, every time I try something now and it works for a while, and then something else goes wrong. So I've given up hope now. So yeah, so if you want to send your kit in, your shot kit for the 50th show, I don't have any in my bank at the moment. So send it through. The details are down below in the description for this video. Send through your shot kit and let me know, you know, a little bit about that kit. All right, let's go to the challenge winners if we can make that happen. I'm going to have to reopen up the VIP group. Now, I mentioned before that we have a very important photographers group. Oh, wow. Okay. I've got to, sorry, I'm just logging into Facebook because the previous challenge threw me out of everything. Yes, I'm in. Okay. And we're going to go to the VIP group. Okay. I did mention that cameras possibly being a problem. Yeah, they're saying it's a third party, something third party from the. They've got like engineers that looked at the crash data, and they're saying it's either a third party app or third party hardware. And so they've had me unplugging everything. Oh no. Oh, I got the. I've just seen the screenshot someone's shared up on Facebook. Lovely. Thanks, James. All right, let's see. Let's just make sure everything's working here. Okay, let's go into... They say there's a problem when something crashes. Then you've got to go through and restart everything. Okay, where did I get to? Here we go. Let's share the screen so we can have a look at... I'll say that before I'm quite ready, because I've got to set it up. Okay, here we go. Are we ready? I don't know. I can just see lots of laughing going on the chat box. I'll have a look at that shortly, because surely it's something cheeky being said. Here we go. Here we go. So this is VIP challenge number 27. So 27, and it was called Low Perspective. It was not as many images as I would have liked. Where's my challenge winners? Oh gosh, I'm just losing everything here. Aussie Paul retracted his message. Was it not fit for human consumption, or you thought twice about it? Alrighty, so the boss has chosen a couple. Let's go through the photos and we'll see what was entered. So this is the VIP challenge. As I said before, the VIPs is very important photographers, and to become a VIP, you simply go to patreon.com/on3legs. Let's have a look and see. So this week's challenge was Low Perspective. So here's one from Stephen Algie, who is in the chat box somewhere. Spanner, isn't it? I think it's Spanner. I always get confused. Low Perspective, little crop sensor cannon fairly low. The tripod legs were buried deep in the sand. And yeah, you can see if that was the case, you'd be worried about your camera getting wet. So good shot, nicely done. Really like that, actually. Beautiful. This one's from Stephen Cast over in New Zealand. Beautiful shot. And another one from Stephen Cast in New Zealand. Stephen's fortunate. He lives right near the coast at Ohope, up near the Bay of Plenty, I think it is, in New Zealand. There's some beautiful... Why is that staying up? I don't know why that's staying up. Anyway, it is. What's going on? Let's bring that up like that. Okay. Let's look at the next one here. Technicolor Dawn. Beautiful colours. Check out this colour. Wow. Yep, Spanner, there you are, present. Good for roll call. Another one here by Steve Algie. Walker Waterworks in the fog. Nice. Another one from Stephen Cast. Hard to get lower than sea level. Well, you're not trying hard enough, mate. You should get wet. Get in the water. Life After Death. So this is Brian. Beautiful. And Chance walking on eggshells. That's quite creative, isn't it? Definitely low perspective. So here we go. All right. So the winner is... Let's do the runner-up first. Runner-up is this one here. So the boss has picked you as the honourable mention charge for this creative shot. Well done. Good to see getting creative. And then the boss has chosen this as the winner. The driftwood log. Really nice foreground. Nice interest. Good shot, buddy. Well done. Some fantastic images, yeah. Yeah, good to see the VIPs getting into these challenges. Sometimes they can be challenging, but that's the whole idea, isn't it? You want a challenge to be challenging. Now, I need this menu to disappear. Options, remove. No, that's not what I need. I want the dock to hide. Never easy to get it to do what I want. How do I get the dock to hide now? Dock preferences. Turn hiding on. There we go. So you don't need to see all my icons down the bottom. I forgot to do that, obviously, when I restarted the computer. So there you go. That was the VIP challenge. Well done, guys. This week's challenge is... I can't remember what it is. What was this week's challenge? This week's challenge is... Crikey. Things are not going well today. I'm out of sorts now. Colourful, that's right, colourful. So get out there, take some photos, and start getting those colourful photos happening. I think you'll really you'll enjoy those. All right, so now's a good time for me to quickly plug my social media pipe. So if you are on social media, you can follow me on social media on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. And so you pick your favourite platform and I'll catch you there. Pretty simple. Okay. So let's get into some image critiquing. Let's do that, eh? Let's see how that goes. Now, I don't have my Wacom tablet hooked up today because we are disconnecting all third-party devices to do this, although we've probably proven that it wasn't the culprit because it crashed and it's not connected. But normally what I would do when I'm doing my critiques, I use my pen. I don't know if you've seen the Wacom tablets, but that's the pen you use, and it's got buttons on it. Makes it really easy. So if things seem a bit clunky as I go through this critiquing today, then you'll know what's going on. It's me struggling and trying to use my mouse because I have, and I don't actually have a mouse. I have a trackpad. So we'll see how I go with any editing, etc. Hopefully it'll work. Let's do this. Okay, let's jump into Lightroom and we'll have a look at these couple of pictures. Here we go. Oh, this one needs to be gone. Let's get rid of that shot. Here we go. All right. This is my Lightroom catalog in here. I'm going to... What's going on here? Okay, we'll make this a bit bigger so it fills the screen up. There we go. Done. All right. So two amazing photos. Yeah, the Wacom's good, Paul. I've had mine for a long time. And in fact, I'll show you. I only have a small one. Yeah, I don't even have a big one. I think it was called the Bamboo or something. Let me show you. If I can show you. So it's not even big. You can see how worn out it is if you can see the reflection. I don't know how well you can see that. Yeah, it's pretty worn out where I've done all my editing on it. And I've had that for years. It is it's old. Intuos 4. So I'm probably due for a new one, to be honest with you. But they are good. Definitely worthwhile getting. All right, let's go back to Lightroom. Definitely worthwhile. All right, so this week we've got two images sent in for critiquing. One is from Rob Roy, and the other one is from Dennis Stool. Dennis and Rob. Both VIPs, by the way. So if you do want to send your images in for critique, you can send them into the email address down below, and we'll take a look at them during the show. And you might have noticed I've skipped the What's in My Box segment, and the reason for that is because, well, quite frankly, there was nothing in my box. So if you want to send something in for the worldwide sticker board, which is up there, let's see if I can show you that. Oh, there we go. That's the worldwide sticker box there. The worldwide sticker map or board. Worldwide sticker board. And as you can see, it's getting populated with some pretty cool things. I think I can zoom in a bit. Let's see. Can I zoom in a bit for you? You can have a bit of a look at it. Let's see if this works. There we go. So there you go. There's the worldwide sticker board. And we've got some all over the world presented, or represented, I should say, or starting to be represented in all these different countries. And all those prints around the outside of, by the way, most of them are just me test printing on the printer as I was learning to use it. But yeah, we didn't have a what's in my box. So if you want to get yourself up onto the worldwide sticker board, and the easy way to do it is, let me just switch back to here. Easy way to do it is send it into the box down below. You'll see the P.o. box down below. So just use that as a guide to send in your. I'm just adjusting the camera now because I zoomed in now. I've got to fix it so next time we use the camera, you don't just see my ear. That's better, isn't it? I think that works. There you go. Oh, I've missed a line on the left there. Haven't quite make the right size. Gosh, it's fiddly stuff, this live streaming. There we go, that's fixed. All right, let's go back to what we were doing. Okay, well, the good news is we've got a couple of good images to critique this week. Make sure also that if you want to send something in to oh dear. Dear, oh dear. Here we go. Okay. So, we don't have a camera at the moment. Just give me a second. Video capture. Video add. There we go. Okay, well that's interesting. Oh, not what I expected. Okay, let's try something else. All right, we're getting there. All right. I don't know if that's working or not. Hopefully it is. I've got no idea. This is terrible. Oh, dear. So, I think what I'm going to do is, I think I need to talk to Apple again. My goodness me, what a nightmare. The things just aren't going well, are they? But they should be able to take all that crash data. So what time was that? That was, let's call it 9:15. And I need your specs. What's going on in the chat box? I can always, whenever it crashes, you guys get real chatty in the chat box. There's lots of stuff going on. Let's have a look at that. We're gonna skip the critiques this week. It's just not going to have time now, and I need to go back to Apple and tell them what's happened, because that'll give them some other information to go on. And the guy from Apple is going to call me tomorrow. So they work 7 days, obviously. So he's already told me that he'll talk to me tomorrow. Anthony likes the live show. Good stuff. Yeah, here we go. Aussie just had a second laugh. Very good. Too much rum. Who had too much rum, Chance? Thank you, boss. Yeah, the boss looked after you. That's nice shots. Yep, nice shots. Congratulations. Nice photos. Talked about the Wacom. There we go. And then crashed again. There we go. Second bottle of scotch. Circle of night. Yeah. Yeah, it can't be the Logitech. I agree because it wasn't plugged in. Can't be the Logitech. The 50th will be round here. Awesome. So Aussie's going to do the barbecue. Thanks, Paul. I'll take you up with that offer. That might be the best way to go about doing it, eh? Yeah. So, you feel for me? Oh, don't worry about it. Look, yeah, the test last week did go perfect. And that's the problem, is that sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And it doesn't crash when I'm doing any one particular thing. So, for example, if it crashed when I changed to Lightroom or when I did something particular, it would be easy to diagnose the problem. The problem is it just crashes for no reason. And that's really, really makes it very difficult to understand what's going on. The only other thing that they suggested is to try going back to 720p, because I used to stream at 720p and people said, can you go to 1080p? And the demands are the bitrate requirements change, and that's a bit technical, but the amount of upload that your computer needs to do changes. And what happens when your internet speed is not fast enough for the uploads, the computer has to sort of buffer all the upload before it can send it off. So it makes a difference. Anyway, I thank you for your patience through it. Thanks, Dennis. We still love you. I love you guys too. Thanks for that. Yeah, crash data 6.05, 607, rotten apple. Yeah, and it's interesting because they've looked at my computer itself and said it's extremely powerful. My internet connection should be fast enough. They can't understand why I'm having these problems. The live stream software company haven't been very helpful either. And I know people are saying, Ben, go to OBS, go to OBS. Just the reality is that for this software cost me $800. So, I shouldn't have to go and use a free or what do they call those ones? The free source, open source software, when I've bought this professional live streaming software that so many people use and very few people have problems with, to be honest with you. So I'm in the forums, I'm chatting to them as well, I'm chatting to their support, and eventually Apple is going to have to admit there's something wrong with my computer and hopefully just do something with it. But who knows? Anyway, now it's not an NBN issue because I don't use NBN for this stream. I use a wireless dongle that has a much faster speed. Our upload speed is about 30 megabytes per second, so it should be plenty. The slowest it sort of gets is about 15. So once again, it should be plenty. I'm only asking, I think, for 4.5 megabytes per second. Maybe even less sometimes, depending on the stream. But yeah, who knows? Anyway, so that's it for this week. Sorry about that. I think because I just won't get through the critiques and we've got about 9 minutes left. So I appreciate you sitting through what was mostly crashes. And I will be testing, I'd say, sometime during the week because I'd like the 50th show to go off without too much of a hitch. Well, Sam, you're lucky if you've got NBN and it's no issues. Our NBN consistently drops out, so I've got IINet looking at that at the moment, but that's another constant frustration, is the internet is very, very haphazard here. So maybe we'll see if we can get things happening for the 50th. Did I build the cupboard in the background? No, I bought that. That's when I bought this printer. You don't normally see this because of the camera angle, but this printer here, when I bought it, I needed somewhere to put it, so I bought this cupboard. And this cupboard stores a lot of stuff, mostly printing stuff. So I need to invite the Apple guys to be part of the show. Yeah, I think I do, don't I? The thing is that because it is recorded, they can actually see what I was doing when it crashed. So that is a plus. And I just write down the times of the crashes, and they look at the crash log. There's some logs in the computer they can look at. But we're really isolating the issues now, and I guess that's the good news, is that they're slowly ruling out what they think it is, and eventually through the process of elimination they're going to have to find an answer, aren't they? Because it can't just I can't just accept that I've got a computer that continually crashes. So there we go. Out here you have both the iNet and the Telstra dongle. The dongle crashes but the iNet does. Yeah, interesting. It's the other way around here. Anyway, all right. Look, have a good weekend. Remember daylight savings time. So next week, the 50th show will be a little bit later. I will schedule the show on the YouTube channel. So just set a reminder for yourself. It'll give you the time in your local time anyway. So just look out for that and you'll be able to understand exactly when the show is on so you don't miss out on another show of crashes. Who's going to crash the party? iMac, that's who. Anyway, you know what the score. Get out there, take some photos. Have a great weekend, everybody. Sorry about the total failures today, but it's how it goes. Cheerio.